Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the movie Scream 7 that just came out in the theaters. And so I am a humongous Scream fan. I love the Scream franchise, I love the slasher movies, like one of my favorite genres, I would say. And so I was really looking forward to seeing this movie. But lo and behold, I kind of feel like this one didn't necessarily live up to my expectations. So the movie pretty much, it starts off like it usually would start off, either with an opening scene of like a stab movie. If you know the Scream franchise, like the stab movies are like the movies within the franchise that depict what has happened throughout each Scream movie. Or it opens up with the actual Ghostface attacking real people within the movie. This movie opened up that way. A guy and a girl, boyfriend and girlfriend, they went to Stu Macher's house, which is some sort of like museum at this point. And they go there and they are attacked by Ghostface. I really did think that this opening was pretty good, and I was looking forward to the rest of the movie based on this opening. So I'm not necessarily going to talk about what goes on throughout the movie because it's Scream. We kind of get the gist of it. However, Neve Campbell's character, Sidney Prescott, she has a daughter now, and this is kind of like a legacy movie, right? Now, it seems as though not the daughter is not really under like attack, but Ghostface wants Sidney Prescott. And so thus Ghostface is attacking Sidney Prescott's daughter and her friends. And I have to say, I'm a little bit happy they kind of went that route because I wasn't really looking forward to the legacy character thing. It wasn't really focused too much on her, though it was, because like, she was, the target sort of, but not really. But yeah, like at the end of it all, I was kind of happy with that route. Just because I don't really want to see a Scream 8 that is centered around Sidney Prescott's daughter. I didn't really find her character that interesting. She has this very like nonchalant way of speaking that I couldn't really get behind. I don't know if the actress just acts like that or if that's how like she was directed to act or that was her choice to do that. But I just really couldn't get behind it. As all the Scream movies do, there's some corny dialogue, there's some comedy within it. However, I found this movie to be a little bit extra corny, like with the dialogue, and I feel like corny dialogue can work if it's like delivered right, and I don't really feel like it was delivered right. Not with all the characters, but I think it was mostly like the friends, like, her, Sydney, Tatum's friends. Tatum, she named her daughter after her best friend, Tatum, who died in the first Scream movie. And yeah, I just feel like most of that corny, like not really great delivery came from Tatum's friends. There were like a lot of like whoops and hollers like in the movie theater that I was in, like because people were like excited with certain scenes. And I don't know, maybe I just expect too much from certain movies, or maybe I hype up certain movies too much. I was too excited for this Scream movie because when people were like doing that, I was just like, what? Like, there was only one scene where I really agreed with that, and there's a scene where the daughter is getting attacked when Ghostface gets up, right? And then you see the other Ghostface, because there's always more than one. You see the other Ghostface coming in, and then like just how they did that, like that scene, the cinematography, the music that went along with it, I thought that was fire. Like I really did. I really enjoyed that part. It was one of those types of scenes where if I was watching it on my television, I think I would have rewinded it to watch it again because I really enjoyed that. Like just that scene alone. However, I do think there wasn't enough build up, I would say, in terms of finding out who the Ghostface killers were. They have like AI in this movie. Spoiler alert, there's they kind of try to bring like Stu Macher back, and at some point like Cindy and Gail kind of are believing like, oh, is it Stu Macher? But they don't really believe in it. And of course it's like, this is not Stu Macher, you know, it's very obvious. This is AI. This is somebody, you know, using AI to pretend to be Stu Macher. But it's just like, I just feel like the build up to who the killers were, kind of like the subtle hints and stuff weren't there. Like they had subtle hints, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the hints weren't subtle enough, if that makes any sense. And maybe at this point, like maybe I'm just good at like guessing who the Ghostface killers are gonna be, but I don't necessarily mind that as long as it's like, okay, there's some type of grand payoff or really good payoff. Like even if I guessed who the killers were and then the reasoning behind them doing it was like good at the end, I think I could have gotten behind it. But towards the end of the movie, or at the end of the movie, when like one of the killers is like saying like why they did it and stuff, I was like, okay, like I wasn't that intrigued. And then the other killers like just pretty much did it because like they knew the person, like they knew the other killer, they met them, and then it's like, oh yeah, well I'll go along with it. And it's like I think from the time that I saw each of these characters on screen, I was like, yeah, no, it's them. Like I was pretty much like thinking everybody's a suspect, but like when I saw those people particularly, I was like, no, it's them for sure. And I was right. Again, no problem with that. I just feel like I wish the buildup was better and then the payoff at the end was better as well. Okay, so the killings in this movie, I think they were fine. I didn't like one in particular. And I think it was overkill. I didn't really like it. Like the person I think was already dead or on the brink of death. And there was something done to that person that I was just like, I didn't really like it. And it looked super, super corny. Like I feel like in the Scream movies, I haven't seen a death like that looked so like, to me, and I thought it was overkill. It reminded me of the movie Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people like that movie. I hated that movie. I thought like the killings in that movie were just so overdone and extremely unrealistic, and it reminded me of that. So there's also where Sidney Prescott keeps saying that, you know, Tatum was the last friend that she trusted, but it doesn't make sense because she had Dewey and Gail and Randy. But yeah, anyways, this movie is probably like my second to last favorite Scream movie, 2 being the last one. I know that's kind of controversial. However, that's just how I feel. All in all, I did enjoy the movie. I thought it was good. I would recommend somebody to go and see it if you are a fan of Scream. I like this movie. I think I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10. And hopefully they make more Scream movies. But yeah, that's my deal with it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will see you in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Bye.